All right, let's talk about making $50,000 a year as a Cutco rep. Here's how it breaks down. So I'm gonna make this real quick, spur of the moment video to break down what it looks like. So if you realize what the average workforce actually does and what it takes to make 50 grand a year, which by the way, there's many college graduates who graduate and who earn 30, 40, 50 grand a year. They are busting their tail, by the way. If you think about the average salaried worker is working 50 to 60 hours a week, and they have to drive back and forth to work usually, and they have an unpaid lunch. So really, most people in life are spending 60-ish hours a week with like work duties that are taken away from life. So when you break that down and what it takes to make that in Cutco, let me break it down. I have a schedule here that is pretty simple, but also want to break it down. So you take a look on this section right here. Okay. So again, the average employee works 50 plus hours a week, 50 weeks of the year, a couple weeks of vacation time to make 51,000 hours a year. The average income in Wisconsin or an average employee makes $50,000, $50,600 based on 2022 stats in the almighty Google. So when you break that down, so what does that take in Cutco? Well, if in Cutco weekly, 50 weeks a year, you set 20 appointments, okay? With people rescheduling for getting, that's 15 completed appointments. With averages of a 60% closing ratio, it should be 10 plus sales. And then an average order of 350 means you're selling 3,500 a week. Good week, solid week, not a small week, but not a massive week either. At 30% only, 30% not hitting bonuses or hitting some of the higher levels in commission, that is $1,050 a week, which consistently throughout the 50 weeks, it's $52,000. So if you want to bust your tail 50 to 60 hours a week as an employee somewhere and make about $51,000, you can do that. You can also work a little bit less, and I'll break that down here too, and make more with Cutco. So we know on averages, you're going to be getting 5 phone calls to book an appointment. So that is the tough part. Get in your butt, sit down, make the calls, and set up those appointments. So that means 20 appointments set times 5 calls each is 100 calls a week. That'll take you about 5 hours to do that phoning. Also up here, forgot to mention hours put in. You complete 15 demos, about hour 15 each. We tell you 90 minutes apart to schedule them for virtual demos. That's about 20 hours of work. And then you think about team meeting time, Champs Club time, phone jam time, PCs. I just put in 5 hours of like meeting and events time, which also includes some phone time as well. So that would put you at 175,000 sold for the year, 3,500 a week times 50 weeks of the year. And by the way, you're in the company trip also at that level. So let's break it down on sales. So we know from 0 to 1,000, you make 10%, 1 to 3,000, 15%, so on and so forth. So between 0 and 1,000 at 10%, you make $100. Between 1 and 3,000 at 15%, you earn 300. Between 3, I know you guys can read, but just to make sure you're getting this, between 3 and 6,000 at 20%, you're making $600 then from that 3 to 6,000 hour gap, right? So that $3,000 sales mark from 3 to 6,000 at 20% is 600. 6 to 10,000 at 25% is 1,000. 10 to 20,000 at your 30% promotion is 3,000. Then you hit bonus land of 35%. 20 to 30,000, that's 3,500. 30 to 50 grand at 40%, you make 8,000. And 50 to 150,000 at 45% is 45,000. And then that extra little bit of 150 to 175 at 50%, you make 12,500. So really, when you break it down, as you hit bonus each month, you're actually making $74,000 in a year by selling Cutco, spending 30 hours a week instead of 20 appointments. So pretty simple. So you can either work 50 hours a week for 50 weeks a year to make 51K, or with Cutco, work 30 hours a week, let me bold that, 30 hours a week with Cutco and earn 74,000. But here's the key: discipline. So as you break that down, it's up to you to wake up early and set up those demos. It's up to you to be disciplined. So you have an open week here, but you think about it, making your schedule, all it takes, put in those important rocks, those big rocks in your schedule of, other jobs, significant other events, family events, church events, things like that. And then putting in, that's step one. Step two is putting in the important things that are fun and great, but not necessarily have to be at a certain time, like exercise, hanging out with friends, sleep, homework, all that other stuff. And then you put in, when can you do demos? I recommend that you only do demos, just like another job, just work 5 days a week. Your mission should be to set up 4 demos a day, 5 days a week, so you can set 20 and complete 15. So really most of your days, you're only doing 3 demos a day. That could be doing a few in the afternoon, could be doing, maybe even have a full-time job and you only do a few in the evening, right? It could be loading up and doing 7 demos on a Saturday, Sunday, Monday, let's say. So it's really up to you. So what I'm getting at is you can work this the way you want. I definitely make sure you at least have a couple of days off for fun, relaxation, all that. But the Cutco opportunity is there if you are disciplined. And like anything that requires discipline, there's a big reward. And so just like diet plans, workout plans, 4.0s, and selling a ton of Cutco, it is up to you. So if you are disciplined, and if you are willing to be held accountable, and if you are open to this opportunity, you can see that you have a choice, and why we're paid so much and why many salespeople are paid so much if you're in business or sales is because not everyone is able to be disciplined and consistent. So that's up to you. So we're excited if that is you. We'd love to help you out towards that. If not, not a big deal. Not everyone needs to be making $50,000 to $74,000 selling Cutco. By the way, our top Cutco sales professionals like Vernon, Nick Snyder, Samantha Booth, and they're selling $300,000, $400,000, even $500,000 a year at 50%. So yes, you can get up there, but as a new rep, you can see how simple it is to make 50 grand a year plus with Cutco. It's up to you.